Hello, YouTube. It's totally Saturday, the day that I totally said the engine was going to be hopefully started. Not Monday, the day that it actually is. But as you can see, we're really close. All the fuel lines are hooked up. Pretty much all the engine bay is done. Dog bones in, cruise is in, dryer's in. I just put this line in. All the wiring in the harness is done. I'm still missing this bracket over on the passenger strut tower. It'll hold that and this. I got those steering racks in, those connections in, those ones down there. It's a lot easier to do from the bottom. I started to get the axles in. You can see there. Engine radiator, all the hoses are hooked up underneath. The shifter linkage lined up. Real quick, anyone wanting to do this? The 2000 to 2002 uses a different kind of bushing than the 03 to 04 Legacy and Outback and to the 06 Baja. It's not a big deal, but that bushing I pulled off and put on the other one. They're not the same part, so it's worth noting. In here, look at that. It's kind of getting to be a car again. I changed out the clock spring. I changed out, it's now got the auto climate control system, evaporator. I'm going to go ahead, this is the cabin air filter right here. I'm going to go ahead and change it because it's out and it's a pain to get to otherwise. Most of the harness is done. Not the floor harness, not the floor airbag harness. But the actual, this bit here, most of it's done. I do got to merge the rear. Now it's going to be real easy on, say, these ABS wires because not only are they color-coded, but they're identical. So that'll be easy. However, after that point, everything is completely different. So this is what I'm going to have to be working on. Ignore these separate wires right here. This is something unrelated. That's actually for a 10 position roof rack light we have set up here. This is the R151 connector. I've already mapped it out. So basically all this has to correspond to that. And what's funny is, even up to a certain point, like this is the VDC harness, and you can actually, it'll still plug up to this point, and I bet you anything if it would reach, I doubt they're the same length, but I think if it would reach, it would still work. So I've got to merge all this harness. I'm going to do it in the car because, like I said, it's just this section that I'm merging, and I've already mapped it out. So it's like 20 wires. It's not the end of the world. Other than that, there's the two on each side for the ABS sensors that go underneath. And everything forward of that is going to be a VDC. Oh, excuse me. I got the hiccups. I'm excited. Fenders are on, obviously. Is it still holding? I filled the steering rack up. I've kind of been letting the brake booster get gravity bled as best I can, because I realized once I had the booster on that I didn't actually bench bleed it, so that'll be fun if it doesn't want to bleed. I might put the battery in. What else? This is the connector for the wiper motor. It needs to go in that little socket for the wiper. But the thing is, you can see I cut the Baja one out. So I'm real tempted to just kind of merge that instead of take all this out. But it's just, I don't know what's easier. Honestly, taking this little cowl off is a little pain. Not that big a pain, really. Setting over here. Alright, so we've got, oh, that's not actually bolted up. But still, you can tell it works. It's starting to be a car again. Hood latch, fuse box. This is the SMJ Super Multi-Junction connector that goes on the dash. So this guy. What else is back here? This is the VDC CM. This is the VDC control module unit. They're a little bit close to each other. I don't like that, but I don't know if I have a choice. Dash beam is in. Auto, like I said, the auto climate, this little hose is part of it. It goes up to the auto system. There's a little vent right there. I'll show you. Do I have it anywhere? Hang on. Oh, by the way, bag and tag everything, because you're going to lose stuff. That little screen right there is for that little hose. It just connects back there, and then you connect all that stuff. And that's all there is to the auto climate, actually. Just a little knob. What else? So the door harnesses I am going to switch out. I did save those from the VDC. However, for right now, I'm wanting to get the car running and not worry about having a functioning stereo or rear speakers even. So these big old, these big old connectors that are almost round, they plug right in. This is the factory Baja harness. This is the VDC harness. They plug right in. However, the connector for the rear is different. Now why, I don't know. But if you kind of pull it out. Yeah, you can see the rear connector is different. So, again, the plan is to change out the harness anyway. It's just not on the priority list because I'm trying to get this done. And I did kind of lose motivation like I was worried about. I was making good timing up until a couple of days ago, but I'm making good timing now. I've probably put in about 8 hours of work today. I'd say at this point, this project, I've got maybe 50, 55 hours in it. But I did a lot of bagging and tagging and kind of poking around. And now I'm hustling to try to finish, and I don't want to rush. I don't want to rush too crazy. The clock spring is in. This is the airbag connector and the horn connector. There's also, I'll make a separate video for that, I'll show you. But one thing to note, I did screw up. And it's totally reversible, thankfully. But the beam harness, so the yellow harness for the airbags, they match up on the B pillar. They match up on the driver or passenger airbag. They match up on the driver's airbag. They match up on the A pillar. Oh, I said B pillar. So the passenger A pillar, the driver A pillar, they match up. Match up on the airbag ECU that sits right here. So I assumed they matched up everywhere, but unfortunately, they don't match up going from, this one would be, I think that's to the, back to the ECU, or it's communicating with the controller somehow. But they don't match up, which is why I now got to put in this one, which does match up. Yay. It's not going to be that bad. Maybe 10 minutes. Those little airbag connectors are all, they put up more of a fight than they should, frankly. The yaw sensor, yes, it is made by Bosch. But the yaw sensor is in. The clock spring is in, so that's, and the VDC CM is in, so that's the three main components of the VDC system inside. And then I showed in a previous video, the ABS pump over here is in. And I did get some clips on here to kind of keep them separated and keep them not redid, but just touched up, made sure all the lines look good and they're not rubbing anywhere that I could see. I still really want that bracket, but this one over here, I don't know what happened to it. I did such a good job tagging everything. Like, there's my box of time travel stuff, but like everything, I kept it all. I didn't throw any part of the car away. I'm even reusing the dash. So, I mean, there's the ECU for the airbags. this, isn't it? Oh. Yeah. Also, someone suggested cardboard, and I just hadn't got to it, so thank you for that suggestion and reminding me. Because I probably would have just been miserable otherwise. But yeah, so about a day late now because I took it easy the last day or so and just didn't have a lot of motivation and wanted to kind of socialize some. But back at it now. Let's get it finished. Coming soon.